Hey guys, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a fabulous day as always. We are into the second week of November. Yes, we are right in it. We're almost at the end of this year, guys. Wow, how this year has flown by. But, time stops for no one. You know the old saying. So we are just going through these days. And I hope as we go through these days, everybody's having a blessed day. But you guys already know this is Granna, kitchen talk time. So, guys, today is the elections, the vote, the vote, and to get out and vote. They're having, elections throughout. So, go vote. Make sure you take a few minutes of your time to go and vote. And I'm not going to get too deep talking about politics or anything like that because I don't want to go to the YouTube jail. So I just, just going to just touch on it just a little bit here and there. But you guys know, whatever your party is, I don't really, it doesn't matter to me what your party is, but do take that time to go and vote. Use your voice through voting. We tend to complain about the system, the government system, and how things are going, and this is this way, and this is that way, and a lot of times the ones that's doing a lot of the complaining don't even go and exercise their right to vote. That is a privilege for us. It's a right. It's our right to do that. We have had many people to die just trying to get that right for us to be able to vote and to use that to 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 uh, to better ourselves and to better the government. You know, some things are never going to change, and that's how I feel about it, and that's just what it is with me, in my opinion. But you can't complain about something if you're not trying to do something to make it better or to make change. It doesn't do any good to complain about it if you're not trying to actively and positively make a change with it. So, take advantage of these times when election comes around and it's time for you to vote. Most polls in most of the states are open from 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. to 6 or 7 in the afternoon. I am a early vote, and I'm not talking about sending in absentees or anything like that or voting early. The polls open at 7. I'm there like 7:05. I try to get in and get out, and even if I have to stand in line for a few minutes, I look at it as I do the same thing when I go to Walmart. I stand in line to purchase whatever I'm trying to purchase. I do the same thing when I go to the grocery stores and any other event. I do the same thing if I'm going to the movies or going to an event. You stand in line till it's your turn to be serviced. So it's the same thing when you're going to vote. If you have to stand in line for a few minutes to voice your opinion through the voting system, then that's what you have to do. If you really want your vote to count, you have to stand in line. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, it doesn't matter. My vote ain't going to make no difference. It doesn't count. Da 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 da. But okay, that's cool. That's your opinion. That's how you feel about it. But when it's all over and done, and these different people get into these positions, in these office, then don't complain about it if you did not take out that few minutes of your day to go and voice your opinion through the voting system. We make time for what we want to. If we want to go to McDonald's at the drive-thru and sit there for 30 minutes because we want McDonald's, then we make time to do that, and we sit there for those 30 minutes to get that meal, or whatever the case is. We go, like I said, to a department store, to a grocery store, or wherever we may go. If we want something and we go there and we make that time to do that until we're serviced, then you do that. So, you can, choose or not choose to do that same thing when it comes to voting. You have to get out there and, vote and make your voice heard through the voting system. Like I said, some things, it's never going to change, and it's going to be what it is. And then there's some things that do change. We all have our opinions. We all have our opinion about each candidate that's on the ballot of running for different parties and stuff like that. And it's okay to have an opinion about that. But, sometimes some voices are heard more than others. Or sometimes when you're trying to voice your opinion, you get knocked down, or you get your voice cut off, um, and you don't really get a chance to voice that. I'm really trying to pick my words because I'm not trying to go to YouTube jail, okay? There's a lot of things going on in this world today, a lot of different tweets and stuff being put out there, about different cultures and groups of people and all this kind of stuff, and that's okay. Like I said, people can have their opinion, but you got to really think about what you're putting out there on this social media, and definitely when it comes to politics and different cultures and what their beliefs is and what their history is. You have to really think about these things before you put them out there, because the repercussion of that could be deadly, or it could be really dangerous. And once it's out there on the social media world, you can't take it back. So I think sometimes we as people speak before we actually think about what's coming out of our mouth, or actually think about how it may affect other people. It's not even about, giving your opinion, but you're not thinking about other people. And that's the bottom line. We don't think about each other's feelings. We don't think about what other cultures might have went through, or their complete, total history. We may read a little bit about this or a little bit about that, and we think we got the whole picture of it. But you have to dig deep, deep, deep into some of these different things before you speak on them and get down to the root of it. You have to really dig deep and get to the root of some of these different topics that's being discussed on social media before you speak on it. It's like you hear one person might put something out there on social media, you read it, and what you interpret it may not be what they meant it to be or to say. Your interpretation is totally different from what the content might have been talking about, or might have been speaking on, or put out there for. And once it's just like I say, once you tell one person something, and by the time it gets to the next person, and so on, the whole story has been turned around and flipped and flopped and everything else. It is not the original story that was put out there from the first person that spoke it. And that's the same thing when it comes to these different types of social media posting and stuff like that. Once that initial post get out there and different people start commenting on that and speaking on that, by the time it gets throughout the social media world, it's been flipped and flopped several times, different times. It's been added to it, it's been taken away, you put a little bit more spice and season on it, and it's a totally different content of what it may have intended to be. So, sometimes we just need to think a little bit before you type. Before you get to typing, think about what you're saying. Before you hit that send button, reread it, have your facts together and all that. But, all that comes down to, a lot of that comes down to personal feelings and how you personally feel about situations or different things that's going on in the world. And we as people cannot keep our personal feelings to ourselves. We want to share them. We want to get them out there. And it's the delivery. It's the delivery of those messages. If those deliveries are not right or on point, you could open up a can of worms. You can open up a dynamite and it's going to explode. So it's all about the delivery, because everyone is going to see it differently. Everyone is going to read that text or that post and get a totally different meaning out of it. What I see and someone else see could be totally different. It's about the way you digest that comment or that text and stuff, like I was saying, I really don't want to get into a whole lot of politics, because I'm definitely not a genius when it comes to the politician world and all that. So I don't really want to get into it. I try to stay away from politics. And I try to stay away from religion, because those are two subjects that really opens up those can of worms, and everybody has an opinion about that. So I try to stay away from that. But I did want to express to everybody out there in my YouTube world, if you have the opportunity and you are registered and all that, go out and put your vote in, regardless of what party it is. Use your voice, use your voting voice to represent whatever it is that you feel. Go and do it that way, and just keep it positive. If you have an opinion about what's going on in this world, and it's okay to have an opinion, but just try to keep it positive. If you're having a conversation with someone and you see it's going to the left, just get out of that conversation, because it can end up like really bad. It can end up into a really bad conversation. So just if you can't keep it positive, just let it go. But yeah, get out and vote today. Enjoy your day. Have a great day. After you vote, go have some breakfast, or if you're doing it later in the afternoon, go have some lunch. If you want to do it, go vote, with a friend or with your spouse or whoever. Make it a day and just go and get some lunch or breakfast and just enjoy it. And if you look at it like that and go into it with a very positive attitude, it can be a better experience, and yeah, it could be a better experience for you. But just like I said, social media, I be reading social media, it's just, sometimes it really is a lot, and it's just too much. Okay, that's just my little bits and pieces of that, and just wanted to share my little opinion about it, and just put it out there if you want to vote. I'm not telling you to do, not do, but if you choose to do it, go and take a few minutes and knock it out and get it done. Okay? All right, I'm about to get up out of here. About to go, just finish up my day and just enjoy it. So you guys, if you go about your day, have a great day. Just be positive, be kind, and just enjoy your day. Okay? Granna's going to see you next time around.